Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear ladies and gentlemen, my name is Habiba Al-Marashi. I'm the co-founder and chairperson of Emirates Environment. Thank you, Adeeb, for giving me this opportunity to join you on this happy occasion. So on the occasion of the UAE Women's Day, I would like, of course, to start by thanking the mother of the nation, Her Highness Sheikh Fatima bint Mubarak, for her unprecedented contribution to empower women of the UAE. In 1973, when UAE was just in its infancy, she took the first steps to establish the Abu Dhabi Women's Association. Her Highness Sheikh Fatima bint Mubarak, Chairwoman, General Women's Union, Supreme Chairwoman of the Family Development Foundation, and President of the Supreme Council for Motherhood and Childhood. She celebrated the birth of the General Women's Union on 28th of August 1975. And that is exactly the same date as she chose to celebrate UAE National Women's Day every year. Sheikh Fatima has always taken the leadership role to empower women. She took steps to support increasing literacy amongst girls and make women more powerful, more empowered, more educated in the country. And she collaborated with many UN bodies to improve women's rights and to support women's causes. Every year the UAE celebrates this day by looking at the accomplishments of Emirati women and by appreciating all that they have done to build the nation. As we believe that educating the woman is really educating the whole nation, as the woman is the nucleus of the society. It has been highlighted in this country's journey in women's empowerment. The identification of celebrating a day is a testament of the visionary leadership of this country. The theme for this year is inspiring reality and a sustainable future. Over the past 50 years, the history of the United Arab Emirates, women have increased their presence and their role in the UAE, no matter which field that they have chosen to pursue. They now, as we all know, alhamdulillah, and we are proud to see our fellow women, UAE women, holding strong positions across the nation. And supported by the enabling environment, the legal infrastructures, we have the laws, we have the legislations that reinforces the rights and boost our participation in whether it's in legislative places, in executive and in managerial roles. And recently we are seeing the involvement and women sitting on boards of national, regional and multinational organizations practicing in the United Arab Emirates. I would like to share with you a brief about my role as a UAE national woman. I ventured into a new domain, and that of environmental advocacy in 1991. This was an area that was not trodden down, and it was a very new area and not popular amongst the people. Today, I'm proud to say that the EEG stands tall amongst its peers in the country and the region. And we are pushing the boundaries and we are setting the bar higher of increasing environmental literacy, resource conservation, urban afforestation, food security, circular economy, climate action, and many more. We are actively encouraged and supported by concerned local and federal government agencies. We are the first environmental NGO in the world to be ISO 14001 certified, and the only organization in the UAE with accredited status with United Nations Convention on Bird Desertification and United Nations Program. Again, Emirates Environmental Group, of which Adeeb is a member, is an active advocate with education institutions, with corporates, with governments on different levels. We are members of the UN Global Compact. We are members of Global Urban Development. I'm a board member of the Global Investors for Sustainable Development Alliance. Emirates Environmental Group is also a member of the One Planet Network under the Program of Sustainable Food Systems and its multi-stakeholder advisory committee. We are members of the Global Partnership on Marine Litter, and we are a full-fledged member of the World Packaging Organization. These are some of the platforms that Emirates Environmental Group is actively involved in. I'm proud that very many women in the UAE are now looked at as pivotal change makers in the sustainable development of the country. Presented with opportunities to succeed, a generation of exceptional women, ambitious, driven, and they are rising to leadership positions in the field of sustainability in the UAE. And they are challenging the normal norm, and they are breaking new grounds as we speak. I have the privilege of sitting on several global bodies and being the first in so many of these platforms. I was the first UAE person to sit on many national and international bodies, and I would like to share with you. I was the first UAE and Arab woman to sit on the board of the UN Global Compact, the first Arab woman to represent NGOs in UNEP, major groups, the first Arab woman to be a member of the Stakeholder Council of GRI, the first UAE and GCC woman to join Global Investors for Sustainable Development Alliance, the first Arab and UAE woman to sit on the board of the World Green Building Council, the first UAE and Arab woman to be a patron member of the global body, My Climate, and many other such bodies. So it is time for all of us, for the policymakers, for the investors, for philanthropists to understand the role of women and really to appreciate that and to provide the enabling environment so that our fellow women can come and can they play their role full-fledged and contribute to the sustainable development of our beloved and young country. Many providing this kind of platforms and increasing the opportunities to empower women have many benefits to the country, to the society, to the families, to corporations. And I would like to share with you, providing women with opportunities will lead the way towards our fight, our united fight against climate change. Building the capacity of women will help solve problems and find solutions and look at them in a scientific manner. Helping women, funding them, positioning them alongside their male counterparts to solve crises. Providing the opportunities for higher education, providing opportunities for them for different vocational trainings to enable them really to stand tall next to their fellow men and build this country forward and to position it really as a leader in the sustainable development sphere. I would like to conclude my message to you by quoting the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, may God bless his soul. He said, "Nothing could delight me more than to see that women take up their distinctive position in society. Nothing should hinder her progress. Indeed, nothing should hinder the progress of our fellow women to take their right positions in the society." Thank you very much again.
I'm ambitious.
I'm a leader, but I'm proud.
I'm courageous.
باركنا الله بوجودكن وبارك أيامكن وكل عام وأنتم الشمعة المضيئة لهذا البلد المعطاء.
كل عام وكل امرأة إماراتية بألف خير. هنيئا لكن يومكن الكبير هذا وهنيئا لنا وجودكن في هذا.
Isang maligayang pagbati para sa ating mga kapatiran na mga kababaihan sa Emirati, sa UAE.
मुझे सभी इमराती महिलाओं को एक गर्व है इस शुभ अवसर पर मैं सभी इमराती महिलाओं को शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ.
I live in the Emirate and I am proud. I wish everyone a happy Emirati Women's Day.
Ako ay nakatira sa Emirates at sa lahat ng mga kababaihan sa Emirati ay binabati ko kayo lahat ng maligayang araw at ako ay maambisyon, mabuti, matapang at malakas. Pinagmamalaki namin ang lahat ng aming pagsisikap at tagumpay sa aming buhay. Sa lahat ng mga Emirati, binabati ko kayong lahat ng maligayang araw.
आप तमाम को हमारी तरफ से इमाराती वुमेन्स डे मुबारक.
Ini Amirata makalit ng alwatikat ay.
എല്ലാവർക്കും ഹാപ്പി എമിറാത്തി വിമൻസ് ഡേ ആശംസകൾ.
UAE को सफलता में महत्वपूर्ण प्रभाव पार्ने सम्पूर्ण प्रतिभाशाली दक्ष एवं जोशीला इमाराती महिलाहरूमा इमाराती दिवसको शुभकामना। धन्यवाद।
Kita adalah dalam negara di sini, dalam syukur, Emirat Kingdom, dan semua kampanye